It takes me 2 minutes max to explain the IUL. Do you hear me talking about Tamara 7 pay? Do you hear me talking about MEC? Do you hear me talking about this? Do you hear me talking about overfunding? Do you hear me talking about that? No. Why? Because this conversation needs to be simple until they want it to get difficult. It needs to be simple because once you try to over explain the IUL, for example, what's the first thing they're going to say, Grady?
I need to think
Well,
about it.
I need to go think about it. Let me go talk to the wife.
Research.
Can we reschedule this call for next week? Like,
Hi, everybody. Grady Polson. Welcome to the America Agency. But here's what we know. My man can sell. And so will you help us unpack, like, what do you like, just from numerical standpoint? People go, well, what did you spend on leads? Okay, we'll give you some numbers, and then what do you say? Like, because that's the thing that all these people are out here watching now, watching on YouTube, going, I want to make $100,000 a month, issue $100,000 a month, but I don't know what word he must have the secret scripts, right? So and you're like, dude, I dial a lot of people, but you have some unique things that maybe you say. So if you can kind of get into leads, get into what you say, and let's kind of take this to the next segment, dude. But that first part was amazing.
For sure, absolutely. Yeah, man. Like, first things first, when it comes to leads, I'm a firm believer in there's no such thing as a bad lead. Like, sometimes, like, you just have to work on your craft and get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at the age leads, for example, like the way Morgan and Ryan are coaching me to bring in new people, and I love the system. And quite frankly, I know they won't mind me spilling the sauce or whatever it is, but it's just like, you want to start your people off on age leads, just to show that they can, have some type of skin in the game. But the way that you word, the leads that they're working is everything, right? Like, I never say that these are bad leads. Like, no, these are leads that were worked by bad reps, by bad agents. Like, that's just what it is, right? Like, these aren't bad leads. No, the agents that were working them were bad leads. And so if you can close 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of these, oh man, the sky's the limit. Tre Howe, who? No, we're gonna be talking about you. Like, that's just really what it is, right? So you got to understand, there's no such thing as a bad lead. It's right. It's just like, how bad do you want it? That's number one. So when it comes to my leads, I'm starting to generate my own leads now, which I'm very excited about. Thanks to Morgan and Ryan on that as well. I'm going to give them a lot of credit because
give them all. They're awesome. I love Morgan and Ryan.
They've literally changed my career in a matter of 2-3 months. Like none other. But again, I'm starting my own lead source now, as far as being able to just provide leads within house of my organization, to make sure that my guys can come in and hit the ground running right away. But when it comes to leads, when I was on this run earlier this year, as well as what I'm still on right now, I was spending anywhere between like $3,000 to $5,000 a week.
Okay.
Reason why is because I'm just a firm believer that I'm not the best person at selling life insurance, and what I specialize in is IULs. So I don't think I'm the best at it, and you'll never hear me say that. But what I am is a hardworking man that's gonna bust my butt every single day to get where I need to be and make sure that I'm happy with it as well, right? So for me, spending 3,000 to 5,000 a week was putting me in a position where I was typically bringing home anywhere between like 60, 70, 80 a month, and that's issue paid. And so a lot of people ask, well, what are you saying? Like, how are you doing? Or like, how are you able to convert all these people? I mean, my biggest thing is this: when you are pitching, right, or when you're talking to somebody, ask yourself, right, do you sound like everybody else? If you sound like everybody else, then quite frankly, that could be a problem. I don't want to sound like everybody else. I want to come off as a genuine person. Like, forget, life insurance, forget all this. How are you doing today? How's your day going? You good? Okay, perfect. I love to hear that. Listen, I'm blessed. I woke up this morning. I won't do no complaining, right? But anyway, within my first 30 seconds, I always tell my agents this, right? A person needs to know who you are, what are you doing, and why are you here? or you could say, what purpose do you serve? Those are the three things that you should be going through within your first 15 to 30 seconds. Who are you? What are you doing? And like, why are you here? Or better yet, how can you help me? So I'm always introducing myself. Hey, this is Tre Howe. The reason why I'm reaching out is just because you had an inquiry talking about you wanted to build massive cash value through an IUL, and so I wanted to have a quick 5 to 10 minute chat with you, right? And when I'm saying like my word, I guess you could say grading my wordplay is crazy because I learned pretty early on that there is a such thing as like having the right suggestive language and having like the urgency to use certain words to push the conversation where you want it to go. And so I'm always asking questions that I know that they're going to say yes to, right? So like if I'm saying right like this, typically I say that within my first 30 seconds and they'll be like, okay, yeah, yeah. Is every customer like that? No. Right. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm far from that. Right. But what I am saying is that I use these words and I never switch from it, regardless of who I'm talking to, because I gotta get the customer to do this. Once they sit back, now we're good. Now I could do what I need to do. Right. But if I don't come off as a genuine person, if I come off salesy, or if I come off in my tone of voice is right, but the way I'm speaking is so fast, like, and I'm talking like this and I'm trying to hurry up and get it out before they hang up on me, I sound like everybody else. Like nothing special about me. Right. So in the introduction, I mean that's huge. That's the most important part. Now, obviously, you want me to stop right there, Grady, or you want me to keep
I
going?
want you to. This is phenomenal. Keep going.
I
Expand
got
on.
you. I got you. I got you. So, obviously diving into more of the short story, that's where I like to explain the IUL, right? And me and Morgan literally just ran a training. It was last week. Matter of fact, I think it was last Thursday or Friday. We ran almost a 2 hour training just talking about how to explain the IUL and where most people that are doing IUL leads, where they go wrong. Why are you trying to oversell something that's already sold? Doesn't make sense. They already know what an IUL can do. Now, am I saying don't inform them? No, 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 no. You have to, right? I give a layout right from the jump. Like before we start explaining the IUL, Grady, this is what I say word for word. I'll be like this. Listen, first thing I got 3 goals in mind, Grady. The first thing I want to be able to do for you is this. I don't care if you researched it or not. I'm an information junkie. I love information. That's the reason why you reached out to me, because you want some type of information. So that's what I want to focus on first. I want to be able to explain the IUL, give you the benefits of it, and see if it's something that works for you and your family, right? Because I saw your goals, but none of that matters because if I explain it and let's say, for instance, it doesn't work for you, you can literally just be like, hey, Tre, I appreciate it, but I'm good. And I can't be upset about that. I literally say this word for word, by the way, guys. So I'm like, yeah, I can't be upset about that. But now let's say it is something that's for you, right? Then perfect. I am an insurance broker. I do represent over 20 A+ rating carriers. So I'm representing companies like, and then I start listing Mutual of Omaha, America, National Life Group. I talk about companies that they will know, right? And then the third and final thing that I get into is like, all right, and then after we customize the policy and again, make sure that it's structured the correct way that you want it to be, then the third thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and fill out the application, make sure that we can get you this approval. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to start paying today. If you want to, great. If not, that's okay. But what we're going to do is this. Once we're able to get you the approval, you're going to be able to tell me when you want everything to start. Okay. So do you have any questions or concerns, or better yet, did I step on any toes, Grady? Like, did I lead you the wrong way? Again, I'm showing genuine. I'm trying to be genuine to them. And if you notice in that 30-second clip, minute or 45 seconds, whatever it was, I kept talking about their goals. If it's not something for you, let's get off the phone. If it doesn't meet your goals, let's get off the phone. I'm coming off different. I'm coming off different. Like I refuse to come at a person and just be like, hey, so yeah, I saw that you want to build retirement savings, and then you want to do this and you want to do that, and your budget is 300 to 500. Okay, cool. Let's get you $1 million pop. No,
Yeah.
no. I'm a genuine guy. So that's what I care about first, right? So we get through that. Once we get through that, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, perfect. That's fine. Now we go through the information. First thing I'm explaining about an IUL is this: it is permanent coverage, right? You're getting a whole life insurance policy. It's on steroids. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people utilize this as an investment vehicle. I'm gonna say that again, Grady. A lot of people utilize this as an investment vehicle. Grady, is an IUL a true investment?
It's, you're not owning a stock, but you own, your money's invested in an index. But
It acts as one, right? But it's
right,
not one because we don't
right,
have Series 7 to sell
correct,
stocks and bonds,
correct.
correct? So your verbiage is everything. You have to say it's an investment vehicle. Then you explain, oh my gosh, so now you could gain between 6 to 12% on average compounded interest and this and that. Like you explain all of that. Great, cool. Then we get into the third and final part. Okay, now I as far as the IUL, the third and final thing is that you do get living benefits. So God forbid, but if you get critical, terminal, or chronic illness, and unfortunately you're hospitalized for it, you will receive 80% of whatever your death benefit amount is up front while you're still alive to take care of your medical bills as well as your cost of living. The last 20% obviously be on reserve just in case you pass away. You got to make sure you have some type of burial coverage too. It takes me 2 minutes max to explain the IUL. Do you hear me talking about Tamar 7 pay? Do you hear me talking about MEC? Do you hear me talking about this? Do you hear me talking about overfunding? Do you hear me talking about that? No. Why? Because this conversation needs to be simple until they want it to get difficult. It needs to be simple because once you try to over explain the IUL, for example, what's the first thing they're going to say, Grady?
And you think
Well,
about it.
I need to go think about it. Let me go talk to the wife.
Research.
Can we reschedule this call for next week? Like, so I just did all that explaining for no reason. People love, and again, and it's sometimes not even new agents. It can sometimes be, some vets. We love to get on the illustrations and be like, hey, here's the illustration. So this is what your cat. Listen to what they want. They might not even care about cash value. They might just want a death benefit. Right. And so again, once we go through explaining the IUL, now I'm like, all right, cool. So now that we explain the IUL, Grady, do you have any immediate questions or concerns about that? Or better yet, how do you feel like this fits within your goals and what you're trying to accomplish? So as I asked that, they're like, oh, yeah, that fits perfect. Again, I'm bringing up their goals. There's a reason why I'm doing that, right? Because I want to get to the application. The ultimate goal is for me to get to the application. So I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is this. Like I told you, I'm an insurance broker. So I do represent all these different carriers. So I'm going to pull up my quota. I'm going to see, what I can do for you, right? So I see you're out in California and you're 37 years old. Not you, Grady. Chill out. But I see you out in okay. I see you out in California. You're 37 years old. Great. All right. So now, do you smoke tobacco or weed? No. All right. Great. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything, right? I do want to hear from you. I see again, you put that your primary goal was that you want to build massive cash value. I love that. Sometimes I ask people this question and they change it, right? So, which side of the fence are you on, or are you dead smack in the middle? Do you really want to just build massive cash value and just, have a retirement savings set up? Or are you trying to leave back generational wealth? Or Grady, are you in the middle where you want to do a little bit of both? Most of the time, what do my clients say? I'm thinking a little bit of both. Like everybody cares about their kids. Well, I hope so. Right. Like, so they go a little bit of both. Perfect. Now I know how to structure the IUL already. Right. Why am I asking that? Because let's say for instance, Grady fills out an app and a survey. He says that his budget is $500 a month, but his goal is to build massive cash value. But I go get him $1 million policy. Am I the right agent for Grady? No, because I'm worried about my own pockets. I'm saying forget Grady and what his goal is because I want to fill up my own pockets. That's BS. That's BS. Because you have to put the client first. When you put the client first, that's when you start hearing about this word called referrals. That's when you start 10xing your money off of one lead. You might have paid $30 for that lead, but you don't realize that $30 could have also turned into X amount of dollars due to the fact that you did the right thing to that client and made sure that it was structured the correct way. And now, look, now you got 5 different referrals. right? So again, you have to listen to what they want. If you customize it based off of how they want it and what they want, you're going to forever have a person. It reduces chargebacks. How many of you guys like chargebacks? I don't. I told Morgan earlier this morning, I was like, I think this might be the long. I've literally went, it's almost a month. I went almost a month without a chargeback.
What'd you change?
Everything.
Well, okay.
No,
What did
I got you, Grady. But I'm just saying, like everything. Why? Because number one, again, if you don't put the client first, then you're screwing yourself. And you have to really deep dive. Like one huge change that I made is I started to deep dive even more into people's money situation. You're not going to tell me that you make $60,000 a year, but you're ready to overfund a IUL for $500 a month.
Yeah.
I took that completely out. Like now, this has been a change since June technically, but I've constantly wanted to make sure that I've gotten better at this because it's like 60,000, but you got 500. So either you doing something illegal or you lying to me. Which one? I'm gonna say that you lying to me. I'm not gonna say you're doing something illegal. I don't want you to get locked up. Obviously, I'm not saying this to the people, but this is my thoughts. So now when I get to the application and let's say we're filling that part out, I'm just gonna flat out tell them right then and there, listen, based off of what your annual salary is, they're not gonna approve you for that. I do apologize, but they're not gonna approve you for that. Now, is that true? No. But you have to really make people think about what they can afford and what's reasonable. I don't want to push anybody to pay anything. And something else that I've been saying as of late is this is like there's two important things that I'll say. Number one is this: the best policy in the world right now is an active policy. I don't want to get you something where 3-4 months from now you're gonna be like, hey Trey, I need to cancel that, or hey Trey, I need to move the payment. Hey Trey, I don't want that. And the second thing I say is, listen, if it was between life insurance, well, your IUL, and then Netflix, Hulu, and going out to dinner, going out partying, I would hope that life insurance would become first before all of that. Right. So again, how can we make life insurance reasonable to where when it comes to Netflix, Hulu, and all that other stuff, if it has to go, it has to go because this is more important. And they resonate with that, and they like you, Grady. You'll be surprised how many people have thanked me for that. I've talked so many people off in the past 2-3 months off of trying to pay like $300-$500 a month, $1,000 a month, just because it sounds sexy. Like just because it sounds sexy doesn't mean it is, right? Like I'd rather you have something that you can actually afford every single month, right, without stressing about it. So I talked them down. We'll do like the base pay is like $100, $120 or whatever, but then they're paying maybe like $200, $220, but they're overfunded and they're thinking I went from $500 a month to $220. Like this guy's the hookup guy. That's why somebody must have been in my other training, but I was like, I've been called the hookup guy so many times in insurance in the past 3 months. Like it's ridiculous. I'm like, hey, yeah, save my number. My name is Trey the hookup guy. I'm cool with it. Like
That's good.
I like to make people feel good. Like that's what it is, right? So yeah, Grady. I mean, that's really it. But then of course, we can still keep going through the app. So like once obviously I customize the app, do all that stuff, then we could use America. I love America. So we could go with America. When I'm going through the America app, I purposely skip the social on purpose. Why? Because in the conversations before, and again, I know I skipped this earlier, but I'm meant to bring this up at this point. It's just I always bring it back to the fact that when I ask for the social, there's a reason behind it. I let them know this. Listen, you have to confirm your identity. Now, with this, it has nothing to do with your credit, but it has everything to do with your driving record, your criminal history, as well as your medical background. Okay. So, excuse me, before we confirm anything, I do want you to be honest with me, right? How is your driving record? Is it good? Do you have any DUIs? Anything like that? No? All right, perfect. How's your criminal history? Because I know they're going to ask, have you had any felonies in the past 10 years? Great. All right. Third thing, medical history. How is it? Like, are you completely healthy? Are you on prescribed medications? Or better yet, have you ever been on prescribed medications before? And maybe you just didn't go pick them up at the pharmacy. Talk to me. it's so funny I'm bringing this up because my guy John Diaz, he was at my house yesterday and he was recording me, and it's on Instagram now, but whatever. Like he was recording me and I was acting like I was taking notes on what a client was saying, but I have really good memory, so it's like I don't need to take the notes. But like you want to take notes on that, and then I reiterate it back to him and say it again just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And then once they hear that, then I'm like, all right, perfect. Go ahead and confirm your social. I don't get pushback.
Yeah. Purpose behind it.
I don't get pushback. Why? Because if you want me to be completely honest, I set up that you was gonna have to give me your social when I broke down the three things that we were gonna go through today anyway, which was information, customization, and then the application. So you knew this was coming, right? So we fast forward, we go through everything, then we get to the banking part, right? When we get to banking, Grady, on the America application, it doesn't ask anything about money laundering. It doesn't ask anything about um, bankruptcy or anything like that. But Tre Howe talks about it. I do.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh, okay, looks like you're going to get approved for a $300,000 policy. You're going to be paying $250 a month. You're going to be overfunding this as well. This is phenomenal for you. Looks like we're going to be able to get you approved. It's not official yet, but they're asking for a start date. So remember earlier today, I told you you didn't necessarily have to start it today, but what they came back with, what the underwriters came back with is this. You have two options. You can either start it today or you can start on your next payday. Which one? I only give them two options, Grady. When I first started, I used to literally, I
Whoa.
was the 30-day guy. I was the 30-day guy back when I first started. But guess what them 30 days turned me into? Chargeback Central. I'm here to be honest. Like I'm not here to like act like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a perfect road. Like no, like my quality used to be terrible. I'm here to say it. It was terrible, right? But being able to learn through experience and just going through it, like I knew I had to get better at something, and that was another main point that I had to get better at, to where I only gave two options. Morgan told me this, and again it clicked, even though I was already doing it, but it clicked. She was like, listen, it should never take somebody 30 days to decide if they need life insurance or not. Either if it
Yeah.
takes 30 days, one or two things is wrong. The price is too high, or you didn't give enough information. It's
Excellent.
that simple.
Excellent.
There's no in between, right? So again, they'll tell me what date. Perfect. So now I get into asking, all right, well, listen, you're going to be the payer on the account, right? They'd be like, yes. Okay, cool. And you've never been convicted of money laundering or filed for bankruptcy in the past 2 years, right? And they always laugh and be like, no. I'm like, all right, great. Just making sure. There's a reason why I asked that. Why? Because the next question is what? What's your banking, right? So what I ask is, listen, all right, so which bank do you bank with? And they'd be like, all right, so I bank with this bank. Cool. The whole time they don't know it, but I'm searching up the routing number for that bank in that state. And I'm like, all right, cool. So it looks like America is partners with Bank of America. And you said this is out in Cali. All right, perfect. So the routing number is this. Now, granted, before I get into saying the routing number, I'm like, can you go ahead and pull up your account information? Because I do want to make sure and confirm that this is the correct routing number. They'd be like, all right, hold on, hold on. They'll go ahead and do it. Sometimes do I get a pushback? Yes, guys. This doesn't work every time, but majority of the time it works. If I had to say a percentage, 92. I'm gonna be honest, right? So I asked them, and then Grady, when I read off the routing number, I mess up the last one on purpose to see if they're gonna lie to me or tell me the truth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll be like, yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 6, 4, 2, 1. And the whole time I'm looking at it and I have two on the screen, but I said one on purpose to see if they're going to tell me the truth or not. I hate chargebacks. I hate them. I've had a person that literally tried to argue me down that the wrong routing number was right. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm a save this if you're okay with it, and I'm a talk to Amerigo tomorrow to see like why am I getting such a glitch, because right now it's not registering at all. It's okay to walk away from sales sometimes.
Amen.
Everybody's not meant to be a customer, and I figured that out the hard way. So for me, I'm like, yeah, I'll say the wrong number on purpose, like wrong. I don't care. So once I say it, cool. And then they repeat it back to me and it's right. Perfect. Now go ahead and read off that account number. And it's just like nonchalant. And they do it.
Yep.
Then we go through everything. We get to the end. They get approved. This is Grady. I think this part right here is probably the most underrated part. And that's the reason why I had to sit up, because it's like, it's easy to fill out an application and do the sale. But if you don't tidy it up, people will have buyer's remorse. They will.
Okay.
They will. Like, if they got to answer to their wife or their husband and they did that without them, trust and believe. Yeah, it's very possible. So for me, what do? I let them know there's three things that's going to happen, right? First thing is this. Congratulations to you. I'm about to give you a pop quiz, right? That's the
Okay.
first thing I let them know. I'm giving you a pop quiz. I got to make sure you understood everything we did today. Listen, I understand you're 37. My bad, but I got to take you back to grade school real quick. So we're going to go through a pop quiz. I will have my assistant shoot you over a text message saying congratulations with all of the details of the policy, but also how to create your online presence. And the third thing is also have a finder's fee out there. If you ever, think somebody that wants to have life insurance as well, you can obviously send over the information and then I can give you a finder's fee. And if they get it, great. If they don't, that's okay as well. Right. People don't always take advantage of that. Right. However, that's just something I throw out there. Now, when it comes to the pop quiz, these are 6 questions I always ask every single time. I'll try to go through them slow so everybody can remember. Okay. So the first question I'm asking is this. All right, Grady, you ready for this policy? I mean, you ready for this pop quiz? You'd be like, yeah. All right, perfect. So first question I got for you is this. What is the name of the company that we ended up getting you approved with for today? They'd be like, Miracle Financials. There you go. Great job. I'm so proud of you. 1 for 1. You're hot. All right. Second question. Which type of policy did we end up getting you approved with for today? I'll give you a hint. It's 3 letters. They'd be like, oh, yeah. The IUL. I was like, what does it stand for? Index Universal. Oh my God, you are on fire right now. I didn't know you was gonna be this good at the pop quiz. I probably would have made it a little bit harder. But anyway, third question. How much coverage did we end up getting you approved with for today? They'd be like 300,000 or whatever their coverage is. Man, you're on fire. I'm still hyping them up, making them feel good. Fourth question, right? How much are you going to be paying on a monthly basis? They'll tell me it. Oh my gosh, you're so great. I'll be hyping them up. Fifth question. When does this policy go into effect? When is your first payday? They tell me, oh my God, that's great. And then I get quiet and I'll be like, all right, Grady. The final question is this. Now, listen, I'm going to tell you this. If you get this wrong, I might have to hang up. Okay. But the last question and the most important question is this. What is the name of your favorite insurance agent? They be like, Tre Howe. I'm like, like I'd be excited, right? They don't get to see me like that, but like the hand motion and the smiling and all this stuff, like people don't even realize, Grady, that that's also important. Yeah, they can't see me, but they can feel me.
Yeah.
Right? People feel me smiling through the phone. People feel my excitement, and I genuinely get excited when they go 6 for 6.
For sure.
So
Sure.
as far as the
That's
sales like that, yeah, that's what it is, man. I hopefully I didn't take too long on that, but
no.
that's important.
Tre, Tre, are you ready to build a massive empire here?
I have no choice.
There, all right. That's a great start. Okay, so let's just chat for a second about this. One, thank you. That was fantastic. The detail, the specificity, how much you shared, etc. And I want to reflect on a few things for everybody that's out there. Is Tre used words today like massive cash value, information junkie, step on any toes, whole life on steroids. Tre is very skilled with words. Why? Well, he's been in the sales field or front run communicating with people for years. I wouldn't doubt that Tre also doesn't read a lot, isn't a big into personal growth, whether that's in audiobooks or videos. And I wouldn't also doubt that he doesn't have mentors that he counsels continuously to learn words or learn things. Now, for you as a new agent that's sitting out there with a man as sharp as a tack with 400 pairs of shoes back there going, I'm not him. I can't do that. I'll tell you though, The guy who started at wherever it was, Walmart, selling Xfinity 7 years ago, didn't think that he would be who he is today, but he looks back and he's so freaking proud of the guy that didn't give up. That's the difference between where you are as a new agent and where Tre is today and where Tre is going, is the decision to choose to get better. You can choose to read more books. You can choose to read How to Win Friends and Influence People. You can choose to go on YouTube, check out a YouTube channel called Charisma on Command, how to communicate better. You can choose to do those things. And within that, your vocabulary will expand. The way you communicate will expand. Your empathy will expand. And you will be able to be creative in your own right on how to create a unique one-off experience for your clients to fall in love with you, to go months without chargebacks, and to simply care with some fun, to the point where, dude, I've never heard a pop quiz before. I've never heard that. I never heard half the stuff you did. Start today or your next payday, right? There's so much great uniqueness that you've created, but it's come on the back of other pain, other sales experiences, other mentors you've had, other sales reps you learned from, that you haven't made the money that you make today. That's the thing, guys. Don't compare your chapter 1 with Tre's chapter 17. There's 100 chapters in the book, though. We got a long way to go. So just like, I'm so proud, to take that for what your mom's proud, your girlfriend's proud, your son's proud. He just sees you as daddy right now. Guys, like, just keep going. This is a man who didn't give up when it got hard. He fortunately had a mom that said, I didn't raise no quitter. And he showed up at the office the next day and offered again. But eventually got those sales and became a champion. So that's it. There's so many of you on here that are looking for a way out or looking for an excuse instead of looking to get better. And I challenge each and every one of you to take the mindset of Tre and look each and every day to get better. Who can you counsel? How hard can you push? Who's looking at you to make it happen? Because, you did a lot of this without a family. And now, dude, you got a baby boy. Oh, there's a nut. You found 7th gear now. Like, it's go time. So, Tre, thank you for sharing this. But at the same time, all the agents that are watching this, be inspired by his journey. And he told it specifically about how he didn't just arrive here. It was a daily choice to get up and choose to get better. And I challenge you to choose. But I'm going to pass it to you, brother. Close us out with whatever you want to share, because this was a fantastic call. And while he's doing it, drop a TH in the chat below and light this thing up. And if you want it, you got a favorite emoji, throw that in there too. So, Tre, what are your final thoughts, everybody out here?
Yeah, I mean, final thoughts is this, guys. Love, speaking on calls like this. And I was also one of those individuals that did the exact same thing. Talked about this on True Talk when I was flown out to CT for the podcast. But, I leave you guys with 2 things. Number one is this. You have to understand, if you're not applying the knowledge that you learned today, you're doing yourself a disservice. Everybody can write stuff down. Everybody can put notes in their phones. But if you don't take massive action behind it, you're going to be in the same position that you were last year or this year, next year, right? Like, you're always going to be stagnant due to the fact that you don't want to get off your behind and go work. I didn't get here by being the best talented or the charisma guy and all. No, like this, like Grady said, it's taken a lot of work in order for me to get to where I'm at, right? And I understand that there's still a lot more work that has to be done in order for me to go be great, right? So again, you have to be able to apply the knowledge, not just have the knowledge, but go apply it. And the last thing I'll leave you with is this, is at the end of the day, nothing changes if nothing changes. Amen. Appreciate you, Grady.
Appreciate you too, bro, man. I'm excited. I'm cheering you on. Let's go, bro. This is going to be a meteoric run. We need you. We need more people to learn from you. We need more people to be inspired by you. And thank you for your time. Thank you for all you shared, and just keep going, man. Keep leading, keep inspiring, and success is certain. So
I appreciate it.
Have an amazing day. Thank you.
Sir.